Good morning, students. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the loops in C. And a loop is used to execute a block of code repeatedly until a certain condition is true. Right? So here we are having now execute a block of code. Right? Execute a block of code repeatedly until certain condition is true. Until certain condition is true. If the condition is true, it will continue that execution. If the condition is false, then it come out of the loop. It helps reduce the code repetition, right? So if you want to have that repeated process, then you have to place that one as a loop. You are repeating the process. This is a process. You are repeating the process, then you can place it into loop. Here we are having the variety of loop, for loop, while loop, do while loop. First one, for loop. For loop is here. The for loop is we can call it as counter controlled loop, right? When you know how many times it execute in the block of code, right? So here in that loop we can find out how many number of times it will execute, right? How it is actually. The first part is initialization part. Initialization part, then here condition part, and then increment or decrement, right? So here we are having one or two variables. We are initializing that one as index as I equal to 0. Then we are having that another one k equal to 0, like we can have now the initialization. Then we are having condition, if I less than 10 or I less than 40 or something. Here we can have, so we can have the condition. This is the part. And then increment and decrement, I plus plus or k plus plus. We can have two or three variable, maybe increment or decrement. So then there is no limitation. We can have, right here. First, what it will do now, initialize the data, and then it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the set of statement. After executing, then it will give now increment or decrement, and then it will go for checking once again the condition. If the condition is true, it will repeat, and then we'll go for increment or decrement, and then we have check the condition, right? If the condition is false, then it will come out of the loop. Come out of the loop. It won't execute the code, and it will come out of the loop. Right. Initialization. First, we are initialization. It will execute while entering into the for loop. Set the starting value and condition. Check before the iteration. Before the iteration start, we are checking now. If the false, it will execute. If true, it will continue. Right. Here, increment and decrement is changing the loop variable after iteration. So the loop variable is like as I plus plus or k plus plus or I minus minus k minus minus. Increment or decrement. Initialization, and then check the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the statement. And if the condition is false, then it will come out of the increment step, and it will continue that loop back to condition. And if the condition is false, it will come out. Here we are having a symbol for loop, right? Here first we are having now initialize I equal to 1. So the index I integer I equal to 1, then I less than or equal to 5. So 1 is we are having now, then it will go to true. It is true. Then we are going to execute the code. Execute the code as here I. So it will print 1. Next, then it will, after completing, then it will go for increment. So I now I equal to 2. So the condition is true once again. Then it will print. So the 2 is print now. Then next we are going to have increment. 3. 3 is less than or equal to, then it will print now. 3 will print now. Then next loop, 4. Then it will check the condition. Then it is true. It will come. Right? Then we are having now 5. Then it will check the condition. The condition is true. It will execute. And then it will increment by 1. Then 6. The 6 is false. Then it will come out of the loop. Come out of the loop and return 0. Come out of the loop, return 0. Then it will complete the program. Right? So here we are having one time we are initializing, and then the next step is we are checking the condition, and it will execute is in the iterate 5 times iteration, right? Then the condition is false, then it will come out of the loop. So this is the basic loop program. So we are giving the example of a simple loop. Now, if suppose I want to print in the reverse, right? So that is here. First, initially we are having 5. So it will print 5. Then we are having decrementing by 1, 4. 4 will print 3, and then 2, and then 1. Then here we are having next, it will go for 0. The 0 is the condition is false, then it will come out of that. Right. I told you that one multiple insertion, right? So we are having two variable I equal to 1, j equal to 5. Then we are having that the previous two loops are merged, right? So j is here we are having the condition is I less than or equal to 5, j greater than or equal to 1, the condition. So we are having this is the AND operation. So these two conditions should be satisfied. So ampersand and ampersand is AND operation, right? Then here we are having I is increment, j is decrement. So we can do now this two operation is going to execute one time, and then it will check the condition. If the condition is true, and it will execute. So here we are having now that execute the program is here I equal to 5, I equal to 5. This is 1. Then 4, right? So here we are having now yeah, 4, 4, 2, and 3, 3, and here 2, 4, and 1, 5. So it is the output we are having now by this execution I and j. So I equal to 1, I equal to 1, j equal to 1, right? So I equal to 5, j equal to, I equal to 4, and j equal to, so I equal to 3, and j equal to 3. Then I equal to 4, I equal to 2, j equal to 4. I equal to 1, and j equal to 2. So I equal to percentage d, j equal to percentage d. So the percentage d, this is I, this is j, percentage d. Infinite for loop, right? Infinite for loop is just we have to put two semicolon separate, right? So this is the no initialization, no condition, no increment or decrement. Then it will run forever, continuously it will run. So it will run without stop, right? So it will continuously running forever, running forever, like it will print now continuously. No condition means it's always true, and it will execute repeat now for all conditions. All the condition always true, right? So that is called infinite loop. So for writing that infinite loop, just you have to write for an open bracket two semicolon, right? Two semicolon is we are having increment, initialization, condition, and then increment or decrement. All are empty. Then it will go for infinite loop. Nested for loop, right? So we can have now a nested for loop. So here we are having now this I is outer for loop, then within that one we are having inner for loop. Within that one, we are having inner for loop, right? So this is I equal to 1. Then I equal to 1, it will repeat 3 times. I equal to 2, I equal to 2, it will repeat 3 times. Then I equal to 3, it will repeat 3 times. So we are getting that result is here. We are having 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, right? So first time then for loop, one time that for loop, and next time that I equal to 2, it will print the second time. Then I equal to 3, it will print that time. So we are having the J1 2 3, J1 2 3, J1 2 3. So this is the J, right? J is initialized, then every time it will initialize and then go for increment, and then we are having now. So it will print now 1 2 3. So it will print now 1 2 3. This is for I equal to 1 loop, right? Then I equal to 2. So this is for I equal to 2. Then this for I equal to 3. It will complete, right? So here we are having backslash n. So it will print line by line. Sum of first n number is a simple program, right? So here we have to give now sum of first n number, right? So that is we are having that n number, then we are having sum equal to 0, then we are going to enter the enter n. So it will take that n value. So if we are giving now the n equal to 5, then it will go for I less than n equal to 5, then 5. So 5. So it will add now 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, right? So that is here sum is once again sum equal to 3, sum equal to 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15. So 15, so 2 3 5 2 3, 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 10, right? Then we are having now 5 15. So it will have that sum value is 15. Sum is we are having we are adding that number, right? Sum equal to plus. So one first time we are having 1, so sum equal to 1. Then next time we are having 2, sum equal to 3, 1 plus 2 3, and then next time we are having 3, 3 plus 3 6, and then we are having 4, 4 plus 6 10, then 5, 5 plus 10 15. So finally our sum is 5. Then we will complete the loop. Now while loop, right? So while loop is an entry controlled loop, right? So within that while statement, we have to make a condition to false, right? So it is used when the number of iteration is not known in advance, where we are having I less than or equal to 5. Here we are going to have now that condition is going to be satisfied within that statement itself. We'll see that. Example, initialization, then condition, then we are having set of statement, and then update step, and we go back to the same method. Here we are having now, here the same for loop, the how do you print that 5, right? So here, while the condition is true, right? Initialization, and then we'll go for the condition, then it will execute, and we are having increment part here, and then it will continue, then it will check the condition and come, then we are incrementing, and then go for check the condition, and then we will go for that execution rate. Then if you are having that value 6, then the 6 is come out of the loop. So why this is similar to the for loop. Here initialization part is here, the condition part is in while, and then we are having increment or decrement here. Increment or decrement here. Sum of n number until 0, right? So this is we are having enter the number, we are getting the number. If 5, then we are having number not equal to 0, right? So we are having that adding that number, and we have to decrement one by one, n minus minus, right? So here we are having now the number, and then we have to scan up that number, right? So that we are scanning that number, and then if the number is going to be, see, if you are we are giving the input as 0, then it will check if the condition is false, then it will come out of that. So your given number is going to be submit, right? So that one is here we are going to give now. Initially we are having that we are getting one number, and then we are giving another number and another number, like so. We are having now 10, 14, 17, 21, 28, like we are having that number, right? So you have to give that number. You want to come out, then we have to give the last number is 0. Then it will sum this total number, and then it will come out of the loop. So we don't know how many number of times you want to repeat. Then you are giving now that whatever the number you are having, you are giving now. And finally you have to give now 0. Then it will come out of the loop, and we will complete the sum, right? So in that infinite loop, here you just give now while 1. 1 is actually true. While 1, then we are coming now. So the true condition is here a positive number, right? Then false condition is if you are having now false or some negative number and something. Okay, next. Nested while loop, right? So this is the same one here, right? So for I equal to I3 J3, right? So that is here we are initializing. Here within that one we are initializing, and then we are giving the conditions, right? Then it will print 1, 2, 3 J plus plus, right? Then I plus plus. So we are giving now this one as here as like it will print 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And do while loop, right? So the condition is at the end. So it will execute one time, then it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will repeat. If the condition is false, it will come out. While I less than or equal to 5, then it will continue. If more than that, right? 6, it will come out of the loop. So here the keyword is true, and then the body of the loop, and then we are having now the end, we are having condition, and you put semicolon. So this is the syntax for that one, right? So here we are having for loop, while loop, right? So entry controlled, right? Initially entry, and number of iteration is known. Here the number of iteration is unknown, and all parts are in one line, right? So initialization and increment outside, right? So that one is here. So all parts means initialization condition, and then increment or decrement, right? So here we are having separate one. So the readability compact, more flexible. Next one is here while more flexible, counting the number, reading input until the condition is, so we can count the number of iteration, right? This mistake is not required. Okay, we can stop here. We'll continue by another